Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to create a journal using Canva's bulk create feature. Now I'm over here in ChatGPT to get content for my journal. I decided to create a motivational journal for busy moms, and I asked ChatGPT to give me 50 writing prompts and 50 motivational quotes for this journal. So quickly, ChatGPT gave me 50 prompts and 50 motivational quotes. And from here, what I'm doing is asking ChatGPT to then format the 50 writing prompts and the 50 quotes into a Google Sheets type of format. Now, the reason you want to do this is because it makes it easier for you to copy and paste the columns into the bulk create app, because you can either upload a Google Sheet file directly into the Canva bulk create app, or you can manually enter the data that you want to use. And the way that is formatted in the bulk create is that it's formatted in columns, just like Google Sheets and Excel. So I always ask, when I'm using the bulk create feature, I'm always asking ChatGPT to format it in a Google Sheet format. Here it gave me an Excel sheet, which works just as fine, and I'm going to show you how to use the Excel sheet as well. So go ahead and open the Excel file after you click on the link, and it will open it up to here. So you see how everything is close together? You don't want that. So you want to move over everything so that all the sentences and wording is exposed. Now we're going to head back over to Canva, and we're going to create the size for our journal. I personally like my journals to be a 6x9. So you want to hit custom size and make sure your units are in inches, and then put in 6 for the width and 9 for the height, and then click create new design. Here you can go ahead and select a template for your journal. I just typed in journal in the search bar just to see what popped up, and it has many different journal styles, journal templates that you can use, and you just go through it, see what you like. I decided to go with something simple. I just wanted the writing prompts at the top, and then I wanted the writing lines, and then I wanted the motivational quote at the bottom. So I decided to go with this template here. So when you pick a template, you can start playing around with the design. You can delete things, you can change the color, the background of the lines, you can make the thickness of the line, whatever you want. You can make it straight, you can make it curved. Whatever your imagination can think of, you can do it here in Canva. I decided to add a colored text box down at the bottom so I can put my motivational quote in there. And so I just put that box in there over in elements, and then added the text in the middle and made sure everything was centered. Now we're ready to copy and paste our motivational prompts and quotes into Canva. So you want to go over and copy the very first one. Like I copied the very first writing prompt and the very first motivational quote. But before you do that, all of these cells, they weren't merged. So I made sure that I merged them so that it was all one cell, one sentence, instead of being separated, because it would have been off. So if this happens to you, you just go ahead and you copy and you highlight all the cells, and then you go and you merge it across. Don't hit merge cells, hit merge across, and it'll merge it into one cell. After that, you can copy it and put it into your Canva design, see how it looks, and if it looks good to you, after you change the font and the colors, and you pick whichever one that you want and it looks good, then you can go over to apps and then type in bulk create. And the first one is the one that we're going to use. Now here's where I said that you can either upload a Google Sheet or you can enter the data manually. I'm going to enter the data manually. And the title up top, you want, I put that I want one column to be the prompts, the other column to be the quotes. So you go over to your Excel or Google Sheet file, and then you go ahead and copy and paste the entire column for the motivational quotes, paste it, and then do the same for the motivational prompts, and then paste it, and then copy all 50 of them automatically and put them in the correct column cells. So go ahead and click done, and then we're going to connect our data. So connecting the data means that you highlight the words, and then you click the three dots or you click the more, and then it says connect data. And that is where you tell Canva which, where you want the prompts to go versus where you want the motivational quotes to go. So that when it generates all 50 designs, it'll know, okay, you want the prompts to go up top, you want the quotes to go at the bottom. And that is how you use the bulk create feature. That's what makes it very important that you make sure that you connect your data. This tool is amazing because it automatically created all 50 pages with all 50 separate motivational quotes and separate motivational writing prompts. It put it directly in there. We didn't have to continuously tap the plus button or the add page or the copy, duplicate, whatever. We didn't have to do that 100 times. It automatically did it for us. Now, from here, you could just go ahead and edit the pages because sometimes when it copies and it copies and bulk creates or whatever, some things may be off. So just go through the design, make sure things are centered, it's aligned, it looks good, it looks the way that you want it to. You may have to move some things around, like I had to move some of the wording around, the ones that weren't as long, they were kind of off. So go in and just do that, make sure everything looks good, and then we're going to go ahead and download our file. You can also decide to add graphics to your journal. Like here, I typed in a flower. You could add that to your journal. You can make it like a background image, make it transparent. You could put pictures on your journal. You can do whatever, be very, creative and open. Play around with this, see how things look. That's how you learn Canva. It really is by trial and error. Pressing on different things and seeing what you can come up with, seeing how it works through just playing around with it. And then you'll be able to find your specific style. So now we're ready to download, and you want to download this as a PDF. I plan on printing this, so I did click PDF print, but you can click PDF standard if you're just planning on, sending this as a file to someone through an email. But if you plan on printing this, I'm going to show you in Amazon KDP, download it as a PDF print. So head over to Amazon KDP account. If you don't have one, you can create one. And then you want to click create new book. And from here, this is where we are going to enter the details for our journal. You create the book title. You can also ask ChatGPT to create, title ideas and descriptions for your Amazon KDP book, and it'll give you a list of different titles to choose from. It'll give you the description that you can put in for your book, and you could just copy and paste this and work off of this as your base, and to give you an idea of which direction to go in for your title and your description, making sure that it has SEO, that it's optimized, it has keywords so that it's searchable in Amazon and gives you the best chance to be found on the Amazon KDP platform. So go ahead and enter your title, your description, your author name, and then answer all the questions that it has for you, and then click save and continue. Make sure that you also choose a category for your book, and that you fill up all the keyword text boxes. So you're able to put up to 7 keywords. Use all 7 boxes. Put 7 keywords that you have found to be searchable, and that gives you that SEO so that your book shows up in the search. Use all the keywords, plug it into your description, all of that good stuff. And then once you're done with this page, then you go ahead and you click save and continue. Here is where we enter the details for our book. So the color of the interior pages, the size of our journal, whether we need a bleed or not, how we want the paperback cover finish to be, and then we are able to upload the manuscript. And the manuscript is just the interior pages of our journal. So the pages that we downloaded in Canva with the lines and the journal prompts and quotes, that's where we enter here. And then we can start working on our journal cover. Now, Amazon KDP has a journal cover template that you can use, and this is how you enter the details for that. And then you go back over to Canva, enter the size dimensions that the cover template gave you. Make sure that you download the cover template, because that's what you're going to use to make sure that your journal cover is sized properly. And you download the PNG file. So in Canva, you upload files and you upload the PNG format. Then you go ahead and you size it so that there is no white background. And then you can go ahead and insert your journal cover pages. The back cover goes on the left, and then the front cover goes on the right. Now you can create your journal cover from the beginning if you know what you want, but here I did it second, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't matter. So I'm going through the templates. Make sure that the cover is the same size as your journal, so it's still a 6x9, and you just go through the journal templates on Canva and pick one that you like. I decided to go with this one, and then change the background color, and then I changed the title. You can also ask ChatGPT to help you come up with titles for your journal and everything. And then I put that on the front cover, and then for the back cover I put the title, and then I just put my business information. That's what I like to put on the back cover, is my business information, so people know, I'm a real business. They know how to contact me. They can follow me on social media if they want to. And I just feel like it's a good way to get awareness to your brand. So I highly suggest that you put your business information on the back cover. And once you're done doing that, then you can go ahead and download this as a PNG and then upload it so that we can fit this into the KDP cover template. Something to be aware of when you're downloading multiple pages, Canva puts it into what's called a zip file. So with the zip file, you want to make sure that you open that and then click extract all so that it's separated. And when you go to upload the files, they're separated and you can upload them one at a time, because you can't upload a zip file. Just FYI. Now we're uploading our pages here in Canva, and we're sizing it to fit exactly in the first red box. So make sure that it covers all the white area, but it does not go outside of that first red line. Once everything is centered properly, you can go ahead and delete the template in the back and then download this as a PDF print. Head back over to Amazon KDP and then click upload your cover file. It takes a little while for it to process your file, but once it does, you'll be able to launch the previewer to double check your work and make sure that everything is approved. If not, it'll have this. It'll say error, and then it'll show you what the problem is. Now, this has changed about Amazon KDP. They don't allow you to have color on your pages anymore. They used to, because I've been doing this for a while, but now your background has to be white. So I went back and I changed the background for the cover pages, and then I changed the background for the interior pages. Made it all white, and that went ahead and that fixed the problem. Re-download both files as a PDF print and then re-upload it to Amazon KDP. It uploaded successfully, so again, click Launch Previewer to double check your work to see if there are any errors or anything else that you need to fix, and that fixed the problem. So, just making sure that no color or text goes outside of those red lines. Otherwise, you would need to ask for a bleed. Now we can click approve, and then we can head on over and start to price our journal. Amazon tells you the minimum that you have to price your book so that it covers the cost of printing and gives you a percentage of royalty, which is your profit. So look at your competitors, see similar items and what they are pricing it for, and then just play around with it and see what works best for you. Once you're done, you can go ahead and click publish your book. It can take up to 72 hours for Amazon to approve your book, and then it will be able to go live on the Amazon KDP platform. And this is how the journal turned out. If you would like to see how it looks when you order copies off of Amazon, let me know in the comments below, and I'll order some author copies and show y'all the quality. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials on how to use Canva and to create digital products. If you need help with selling your digital products, grab my Canva to Cash Playbook, which has an Etsy selling guide so that you sell on autopilot. It has Canva tutorials, and it has information on digital marketing so that you don't have digital products just sitting there. You're able to actually sell them on social media and by building your email list and selling through email marketing. The link to those will be in the description and the comments below. All right, I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.